Da, 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 da. Welcome to the Silverhairstacker Show and friends. Ah, yeah, here we are, Monday, Juneteenth. Yeah, we can celebrate being free from slavery. Sometimes I still feel like a slave. Yeah, I never was a slave. Uh, except to Gwen, maybe. I'm a slave to Gwen. She snaps her fingers and I say, how high do I jump? Vintage memories, bargain shopping, junk trader. All women. Man, I'm outnumbered. Don't take advantage of me. Uh, I'm a sucker. I'm a sucker for the attacks of women. So, what's going on? What's going on? I'm the only one here. Again, where's Tom? Where's Tom? I need Tom. Well, here's a link if anybody wants to come in and keep me company. Da, 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 da. Wow. I had an average sales weekend. 12 packages going out. That's just about my average for Saturday and Sunday sales. One sale yesterday on eBay. Lots of watchers. Yeah. I don't know. People are talking about all of the channels are talking about summer slowdown, summer slowdown, summer slowdown. How are you preparing? How are you dealing with it? I'm like, I don't do anything different. Just keep listing my crap, and some of it sells and some of it doesn't. I guess it depends on what you sell. If you get some flip flops, get them listed, get them sold. It's time for flip flops. These are kind of blingy, blingy bling flip flops. These are tiny. These are size 5. People always look at me funny when I'm at the rummage sale and I buy women's shoes. Sold a $50 candle. How does a candle sell for $55? That's crazy. Lagwares of size 5. Yeah, no. These are made by the Justin Boots. Justin Ladies is what it says on the tag there. Kind of a, with the leather, it's got kind of a Western styled rhinestone. I'm a rhinestone cowboy riding out on a horse in a star-spangled rodeo. Vacation. Yeah, our big vacation's in September. Denim scent. Yeah. No, probably more like leather scent. Or these are used, so they got leather and feet sweat scent. Although I did wash them in the sink with the Dawn dishwashing liquid. Dawn. It takes grease out of your way. Just go to the store and stick your face. Uh, I kind of like the smell of a Western wear store. It always smells like leather treatments and denim. There's no getting away from it. Western wear stores. It wouldn't matter if they put up 50 Cincy's in a Western wear store. It's going to smell like leather and denim. Yeah, I like the smell of tanned leather. Flag likes the smell of latex, huh? Latex doesn't smell, does it? Unless you actually add a scent to it. Lag, do you use the scented kinds? Oh, sorry, Tom. I was over in the side chat, over in the YouTube side. Da, da,
That's
da, da,
okay.
da, da. Here he is, Pilot Tom.
That's right.
Those are some swanky headphones. Are those like airline pilot headphones?
No, there's some that Roberta uses. Oh, there it is.
Hmm. It must be high quality, high dollar, high quality.
No, they're well. I guess they are. Everybody tells her they sound really good when she's on conference calls.
Uh, hey, you finally got a haircut.
Yeah, I went Friday and got it cut.
You look like an American again instead of a.
I thought we were off today because it's June 10th.
Instead of an old hippie. Off what?
Juneteenth.
Off of
Huh?
rockers?
Juneteenth, not 10th.
Because it's June
Tenth.
something or other. What is it, honey?
Juneteenth.
Oh, Juneteenth. I thought we were going to be off celebrating a new federal holiday.
Tom is slow getting the news. That happened 130 years ago. He's just not getting the news.
Okay. Is the post running today?
No.
Probably not. It's federal holiday.
Banks are closed. The post office is closed. My youngest son is still here from Father's Day because his office closed.
Well, that's good. Now he's the one without the wife, correct?
Right. Man, he grilled me steak yesterday. I gained 4 pounds during the Father's Day weekend. It's a federal holiday, so we can celebrate the freedom of the slaves that Texas enacted. I forget what year it was exactly, like 1872, 1873, something like that. It was after the end of the Civil War that Texas finally freed all the slaves.
Right.
I think most of them were already freed anyway. It's just was never an official document in the Texas Constitution until Juneteenth. So then everybody kind of adopted Juneteenth as the official last holdout of slavery in the U.S. Yeah, I had a good time on Father's Day. I got a couple of nice cards. Let's see. Happy Father's Day from your favorite.
From your
It's
favorite?
yeah, it says, and then it says it's okay. We both know it's true.
Um, my mom had a Carolina bull on. Let's see what is it she calls it?
Low country.
Low country bowl on Saturday, which is where you boil shrimp and potatoes and
Sausage.
and corn in a pot full of water and old seasoning, Old Bay seasoning. And it was just so damn hot. I ate like a handful of shrimp and a couple of pieces of sausage, and I was done.
Another card here. On a scale of 1 to 10, you're 9.3. Just kidding, you're a 10.
Uh, Harry Potter. Harry
Yeah,
Potter.
you know what that refers to. How do you know Harry Potter, but you don't know Juneteenth?
Because Harry Potter was more important.
Oh, it's more important than Juneteenth.
Yeah, to me it is.
Some people would disagree with that statement, Tom.
Well, that's their opinion. I've just, you've got your right to your opinions. I've got my rights to my opinions. And if you don't like my opinions, then don't fucking talk to me. It's just it.
Flag
I'm
thinks
getting
I'm
it.
an 8.5.
I'm getting into that old man mode big time. I'm just too old. My time is short on this earth, and I don't
Yeah,
have
I
time
always
for
wondered
nonsense.
why wasn't December 6th celebrated as the freedom from slavery, because to me that would be more important than Juneteenth. It's just that some of the southern states didn't. I guess Texas was like the last or one of the last states holding out that didn't recognize the amendment. 1865. Now that was before the end of the. We were still in the middle of the Civil War on that date, weren't we?
Well, I looked to see when the Civil War ended, what month it was, and that was April, so it still wasn't June.
No, this is the marks the day the last slave was freed in Texas or something like that.
Roberta said that was the date of the last slave freed in Texas or something like that.
Yeah. Which is important, but I wouldn't think it would be as much of a holiday time as December 6th or maybe the date of the Emancipation Proclamation, stuff like that.
Carol, I agree with that, but I'm just going to say but.
Anyway, Juneteenth. So, you can only have so many Monday holidays. Oh, he gone. So, because the government only has so many Monday holidays, which Monday holiday was taken away to add Juneteenth as a holiday? I don't remember. We used to have a holiday on Lincoln's birthday and then another one on Washington's birthday. But they combined those to make just President's Day. That's been a long time ago now they did that. Every American was put back into slavery. Yeah. They took away Columbus Day. They did take away Columbus Day, didn't they? Uh, yeah, that wasn't that big of a holiday either, Columbus Day. It's just the day that Columbus discovered the Americas. We still have Memorial Day, and we still have, let's see, is Veterans Day a Monday holiday in November? It is, isn't it?
Say that one more time. I'm sorry.
Is Veterans Day still a holiday in November? Used to be called Armistice Day, but then it got just changed to Veterans Day after in the 1960s or so. Oh yeah, Veterans Day is usually a Tuesday in November. Okay.
November the 11th, and what was this? Oh, in
Yeah,
2022, it was on November the 11th.
yeah. When World War One armistice was signed, the 11th hour of the 11th month of the 11th day.
It's,
But we had another World War after that.
yeah.
But it's not one of the Monday holidays where everybody gets off work. It's just kind of celebrated.
Columbus Day is October the 11th or 12th this year.
But it's not a Monday holiday anymore, is it?
No.
But they still recognize it. I mean, it's like on the calendars and such.
Well, in 2022, it was. Let me see if I can update it.
Juneteenth.
Uh, uh, it's okay. Columbus Day is October the 9th in 2023, and it's still showing as a federal holiday.
Oh, it is. Huh.
But I don't think it's recognized. Like the postal service doesn't run, and the banks don't run open.
A lot of people wanted to change it to Indigenous People Day.
Well, Indigenous Peoples Day is
Oh, it's a different day.
it's a different day.
I think we need an old geezer day.
Well, December the 3rd is Tom Day. Y'all need to celebrate that.
Tom Day.
Tom Day. That celebrates the birth of the Tom.
Uh,
Let's see. We have coming up Independence Day,
yeah,
Labor Day.
I'm like Deborah. It doesn't matter if it's a holiday or not. I just need to know when the trash goes out.
Yeah. U.S. Indigenous Peoples Day is a regional holiday on October the 9th, which is the same day as Columbus Day.
Oh, it's the same day.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then we have Veterans Day.
Lag says that's his birthday too. Well, y'all are like
Oh
twinsies.
my God. December the 3rd is his birthday. Liar.
Uh,
Thanksgiving, Christmas. That's it.
April 26th. Carol Burnett, Melania Trump, and Anissa. I don't think there's very many people that have the same birthday, December 14th, as me. I think there were a few notable people like Nostradamus or somebody.
You're going to let's see. Oh, Ozzy Osbourne shares my birthday. Daryl
Oh,
Hannah, Anna
ooh,
Klumsky, Juliana Moore.
who's Anna Klumsky?
She's was a child, is a child. Well, she was a child actress. She's a grown woman now.
Oh, okay.
Jane Austen. No, that's J.T. Austin. Excuse me. Who was a child actor on Disney. Brandon Fraser.
Let's see.
Andy Williams.
Man, I don't know any of these people born on the 14th like me.
There's a
Vanessa
race car
Hudgens,
driver.
Natasha McElhone, Charlie Rich. I know who Charlie Rich is. I think he's already dead though.
Joseph Conrad.
Patty Duke, Ted Ramey, K.D. Strickland. Yeah, nobody. Frances Bavier. She was the Aunt B. Remember the Andy Griffith show?
Yeah, I remember when it was on TV. New episodes. My great niece is born on December the 23rd. I told her parents yesterday they better start. They better have her birthday party every year, and not let it get covered up with Christmas. Because I had a friend that his birthday was December the 25th, and he never had a birthday, like a party or anything like that.
Carol, I never have understood your icon picture. It looks like your legs are 2 inches tall and your head's bigger than the rest of your body. I guess it's just the angle of the camera. You have a nice black dress on and a white purse or something, but you look like you're bent over like you need to go to the bathroom.
Maybe she is.
Sorry, Carol.
Deb,
You're a
I agree
very
with you.
you're
I
a
like
very
that.
pretty lady.
Yeah, she
Oh,
is.
you're bending over. See, that's what makes you look like you gotta go poo or something.
I like Deb's comment about she liked the Andy Williams Christmas specials. I like those too. Because usually on one night there would be Andy Williams, Bob Hope, and then the flavor of the year. The Osmonds had one. Just different people like that had one.
Yeah.
I don't think they're smart enough to pull it off these days.
Sadie, you're late.
Yeah, Perry Como. Good morning, Mr. Sadie. Yeah, Perry Como. He was on there too.
Yeah. Nowadays the Christmas specials are like Bart Simpson Christmas and
Yeah, Family Guy.
Family Guy and Christmas special.
Nothing special anymore.
Yeah, we still have the Macy's parade we can watch. And, well, that's Thanksgiving though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, I had a secretary that she was in the high school band, and they marched in the Macy's parade. And the year she marched, it was like the coldest Thanksgiving day in like 50 years. Those Southern kids just about froze to death. You want to win a bunch of money, Mr. Sadie?
yeah, he had a good tournament yesterday. I got beat out by Ace King. I swear, I hate that hand. I always lose with it. Yep, I'm Sadie's daddy. Man, I would have had to gotten frisky early to be Sadie's daddy.
Yeah. Like 9 years old.
I don't know. Sadie, what are you? You're 50 something. So I know that Sadie is older than me because he's got grandkids and I don't.
He's got a bunch of grandkids.
Yep. Who's your daddy? I'm Mr. Sadie's daddy. Your mom's just didn't tell you.
My mother had all 7 of her great grandkids at that cookout on Saturday, and I think that's the happiest thing that's what made her happy the most. That all her kids were there, and all her great grandkids were there.
Cool.
Because one of my sons had to work, and my oldest brother's son was off at Comic-Con or something like that.
56. Yeah, I would have had to be 11 years old. When I was 11, I still thought girls were oogie.
Yeah, now they're fathers. Oh, good. It's good that you're still young, Mr. Sadie, because you got all them granddaughters to get raised. Because apparently, Granddaddy's a sucker for. Granddaddy, can I have $20? You're still young too, Deb.
Yeah, I'm not quite that old lag. Did you have any sales over the weekend, Tom?
Yeah, I did. I sold a couple
Bicycle
things.
parts?
Yeah, I saw they ship. I shipped them out Saturday morning. I got up and got them together and got them in the mailbox.
Well, that doesn't count. We're talking about the sales that you made on Saturday and Sunday.
Oh no, Friday. They came in on Friday. Well, actually, sometime Friday after I went to bed and before I got up. So it could have been Saturday. If anybody ever decides they're going to go to get in the Amazon gig, when you're punching in your driver's license number, if there's any zeros in front of it, please be sure and put those zeros in, because I guess they're their little tool that they use to confirm stuff, because you have to send them an actual physical copy of your driver's license too. I guess it's all 000123456 on my driver's license, and on when I filled out the paperwork, I just put 12345 6. So I had to go back in and put all the 000s in, and I'm still waiting for them to finalize opening the account. Now, most programs, if you start off with a 0, it does a form entry. It doesn't accept the 0. It just goes to the 1 or the next number after. So there's your little Amazon information anymore this morning.
Wow. We're doing reseller information right here.
Yeah.
So you going to become a big Amazon seller now?
I'm just going to throw a bunch of this bicycle stuff on it, because it sells for some pretty good money there, and I'm going to just ship them in. I got a bunch of bicycle seats, so amongst other things.
You going to send it in, or are you going to do fulfilled by Tom?
I'm going to send it in.
Okay.
I had a dream last night. I had a dream that Roberta and I Roberta and I went to an auction and ended up with 2 semi trucks full of Barbies. And the logic behind that was Roberta said in my dream, well, Todd says they sell real good. So,
I think I have an Amazon account. I started it like 8 years ago when I first started reselling,
they might have closed it because they
and I
closed a lot
used
of.
it to. I just used it so that I could look up stuff on the Amazon app.
Right. Because they closed a lot of inactive accounts. That's the reason mine was closed, because it was inactive. You can get another one at a later date.
Yeah, I probably won't. Unless I get banned from eBay, but I don't know what I would send Amazon. Just 96% of what I sell is used.
Well, most of your clothing and boots and stuff like that you could sell over on Posh, couldn't you?
Yeah, I don't like Posh.
And
Time for a Posh party.
what's that other thing that they I think Tara sells on them?
Mercari.
Macari. I've never sold on them. I've
Yeah.
never even tried to open up an account with them.
I think Scott is like half and half fulfilled by Amazon or fulfilled by.
Yeah.
What's the other one? Fulfilled by a seller, fulfilled by something.
Yeah.
FBM, fulfilled by a merchant.
Yeah.
There you go. Got all these fancy acronyms.
Good morning, Mike.
Hi, Mike.
Yeah, Scott used to stay on the road all the time, feeding that beast.
Possum eats the cat food outside that the cats don't finish before dark.
Yep.
Bonnie still barks at that possum. Yeah. Perfume. You get lots of perfumes to sell. I thought it was a rat. Possums look a lot like a big rat.
I was watching one of the YouTuber resellers, and he was talking about he doesn't sell perfume; he sells perfume bottles. It just happened to have perfume still left in them.
Yeah, I got a bunch of perfume bottles.
Something about he was talking about some of the resellers. I mean, some of the manufacturers are saying that it's not real, or so he just sells the daggum bottles. And they still go for good money. I guess ladies like to have them up on the counter to make people think when they go to the restroom at their house that they buy the high end stuff.
A lot of people, I think, buy those fancy perfume bottles and get them refilled.
Oh, I didn't know you could do that.
Yeah, I think a lot of the perfumeries will refill your bottle if you send it in to them.
I got a photo scanner for Father's Day. My boys went together and bought me one. Because my mom has a lot of photos that I'd like to scan and then get her to look back through them and with me and say, "Oh, that's your aunt so and so," and I can notarize, not notarize. I can put whoever it is on the photo or on an adjacent slide or something. Roxy, you're on my.
Oh no.
And I've got some
Oh,
postcards and I've got some trading cards and stuff like that. I'll use to scan with it too. And my father-in-law has a bazillion family photos that I want to take up there and scan. Really, it'll probably take 10 minutes to scan one in the maximum settings.
I got a whole thing of used perfume bottles. I don't know where I put them. They're around here somewhere in my death pile.
The perfume, Todd's gonna change his handle to the perfume bottle stacker.
But yeah, if you get some of those fancy like Frenchy perfumes, and you can, this bottle's so good. Let's just do a little research here. Perfume bottle. Let's see. Put vintage into. Sort by highest first. Wow, there's some on here for thousands of dollars.
I wonder how many people have gotten rid of tens of thousands of dollars in perfume bottles when they were cleaning out Grandma's house or old
Yeah,
Spencer Aunt Mary's house. They just throwing all that dang old bottles away.
I know. Let's see here. There's one that sold for 1,380. It's got 18 karat gold on it though. There's a La Lique bottle, sold for 1,100. Christian Dior sold for 1,000. Guerlain, that's one of the ones. I've had Guerlain before, and man, it sold fast and for a lot of money. This one's still got some stuff in it. But yeah, if you get the
Yeah.
right bottle, somebody's gonna want it. There's another Guerlain. Guerlain.
Yeah, and this people have their favorite scents, and that's what they stick to. When I was about 17, my girlfriend was obsessed with Obsession. She had the fragrance and the body splash and the powder and all that kind of stuff. But I really liked Obsession. But she did too. I haven't talked to you since I had my doctor's appointment on Friday. I am clear. I have to go back for a follow up in a month, but everything was looking excellent to him. I've got my driving privileges back. I don't have my green band on anymore, so that means I can go somewhere. because I wasn't supposed to have any altitude changes with the while I was still wearing the green band, but everything is looking good, he said, which I'm
That's
glad.
good.
I'm tired of having to ask one of my kids to take me someplace.
So, Hell on Wheels Tom is back in the saddle.
Yeah, but I don't have anything to drive because Roberta won't let me drive her car, and Sasha's got my car at work. I told her I was going to take her car before I was really. I could see, like on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, I was pretty much, didn't have any obstructions in my sight. And I said, I'm going to take your car and go to the store. And she's like, no, you're not. When the doctor says you can, then you can.
Hmm.
Her
I
car
could
is
see
now.
Tom on a bicycle. He could probably handle one of those tricycles with the basket in the back.
Let me tell you what. If the tire, I'd have to go to Walmart and get me one of those bicycles with the big tires on it. But if I can find a bicycle that'll hold my fat ass up, I can ride a bicycle.
Get Tom one of those motorized ones that jumps over mountains and stuff.
Nah, I like riding a bicycle. Oh Lord, Mr. Sadie, I bet you still wear high karate.
Not karate. That wasn't that bad of stuff. I
I
used to
like.
like that Brute. I like Brute.
Oh yeah, that was another one of them. But I like Stetson too. That was a real popular one.
Stetson. I never liked Stetson. It always smelled like sweet leather.
Yeah. And then there was another
Um,
one.
yeah, high karate. That was
High karate. That was a.
canoe. Yeah, canoe. That was one.
He'd put the guy in the commercial would put it on, and then he'd have to break out into some kung fu to keep the girls off of him. Lying bastards. It never happened to me.
I've got a bottle of Old Spice I'm selling right now.
You got a vintage bottle of Old Spice?
Yeah, British Sterling. There you
Yeah,
go.
British Sterling. You know, if you have a bottle of some of those that's discontinued, it might be worth some money.
And then that new cologne came out, Aramis. Everybody had to have Aramis for a while.
I wasn't really too hip on that.
And then those weird ass musk scents came out so you can smell like earth. I always wanted to smell like dirt. Sweet, sweet smelling dirt. That's kind of what musk smelled like to me. Or musk.
Yeah,
One time I,
that was a
what,
big popular one. A real popular one too was Musk. Musk for men, Musk for women.
yeah, and it was like, I always thought about like a musk ox, and I was like, I don't think I want to smell like a musk ox. Those things stink. I understand. I've never been around a musk ox, but
Well, they used to have a store here at South Park Mall, which is our real uppity mall. We have a Nordstrom's and stuff like that at it, where you could go in there and make your own fragrance. They had all the little vials, and they had all the little samples, and on the paper you could smell the different scents and put your own fragrance together.
I think if I did that, yeah, I would come out smelling like a skunk.
I this girl I dated at the time that was going on. I said I was going to go up there and make some and call it possum. That was going to be my brand name, Possum. She was not amused. So, Tom,
Man,
what
I
are
went.
you? So, what fragrance are you wearing tonight, Tom? Possum by Tom.
Uh, Man, our grill was out of propane, so I went to the Ace Hardware and got a 5-gallon exchanger bottle, and
Mm-hmm.
it was $24. Holy crap! Last time I bought propane, it was maybe 16.
Dang. Well, they're trying to get rid of it, so you better start getting your solar grill out and start learning how to use it.
Yeah, when we first moved here about 16 years ago, you could get a 5-gallon refill on your propane for $8 plus tax. Like, dang. So in 16 years, it's gone from $8 to 24.
Wow.
Sheesh. Yep.
Mr. Sadie says he wears that exotic brand WD-40.
WD-40 is scented, isn't it? It has an odor.
He puts a little bit behind each ear and drives his wife crazy.
Uh-huh.
Being that I don't have any livestock or tractors or anything like that, I had not been into. I take that back. I had gone into Tractor Supply one time, and that was over in um, Monroe because they had some stuff on clearance over there that Tara told me about, and we switched our cats over from cat litter to you can buy the wood pellets. It's like bedding pellets. It's also good for litter boxes. And you can buy 25 pounds of that stuff for what you pay for a normal size bag of litter. And it seems to keep the scent down and whatnot. But anyway, I like Tractor Supply. I go over there. I all the stuff that I go in there to get is right at the front of the store because it's right on the edge of Ballantyne, which is our ritzy area. So anyway, I go in there and I get that, and then I have to push the buggy around for an hour just looking at everything in there. But I like Tractor Supply. You know when you have a squeaky door in the house? My mother used to get her Crisco out and she'd dab a little bit on her finger and put it on the door.
It works. It's same thing as WD-40.
Am I muted? Say something, Todd. Oh, Todd's muted. Okay. Anywho, oh, he must have to go kiss his wife. Yeah, John. They have everything in there. I tell you what. Yeah, lag. I hear you. I don't know what he's gonna do if we ever have a big meetup. Lag will be painted up like one of the Navy ships from World War II. These headphones make my ears itch. Hey, Joanna. There's another one. There's another big tractor, that kind of farm supply place that my brother says if you like Tractor Supply, you'll like it better. What's the name of it? Being that I'm a big connoisseur of, farming stuff, living in the city. Agri Supply Company. That's supposed to be. He says that's even better than Farm Supply. I'll have to take Roberta out on a big date, and we'll go get something to eat, and then we'll go to the Agri Supply store and check it out. Todd. Okay, I just want to make sure you're back, or I was just sitting here talking to dead space.
Yeah, I was down a wormhole, rabbit hole, whatever you call it.
Okay.
Buck Heights. Yeah.
Well, that's like that's we have Lowe's and Home Depot here, and then some of my northern people that I listen to or talk to, they talk about. I think it starts with an M.
Menards.
Isn't that a Home Depot Lowe's kind of thing?
I think so. We don't have them around here.
Yeah, that's a
Tara
northern
talks
thing.
about going to Menards.
Who does?
Tara.
Yeah. And I've followed this girl called Ann Eckhart, who is a reseller, and she talks about going to Menards too. Yeah, and Ace. True Value Hardware was our supply store of choice back in the day, because they had everything. You could actually go in there and buy one bolt or one nut or one washer, because they had the bands that you would weigh it out, but they all sold them piecemeal. Yeah, Anna's in Iowa. I haven't listened to any of her videos lately. Her dad was in bad shape. See how he's doing. She's going to be lost when he goes. Okay. I wouldn't even begin to try to pronounce that name, Mr. Sadie. Back when I was a kid, we had Rock Hill Feed and Supply, and they had they supplied farmers and ranchers, if you want to call it that. They had hay, and they had this huge tack room, and it was in an old mill building, so it had big tall ceilings, and one room people would not go in after dark because it was allegedly haunted, because you could look at the ceiling and still see the rollers where the belts from the textile machines you would attach, and apparently one broke and slammed the guy up against the ceiling and killed him, and he's still holding a grudge against the man, I guess. But now there's 102 condos right there where that building was. He's talking about you, Tara. You better come in here and defend yourself.
I'm here. I just keep going down rabbit holes looking up stuff. Sorry.
Uh,
My show, I'm not entertaining folks.
the Jim has a GMC motorhome, which is the coolest looking thing. That's the real modern looking one. Google it. And my cat. I can't even. Yeah, I'm talking about you. I can't get moving my mouse. And it's in Wisconsin, and they're in Kentucky now. So I don't think he really wants to move it that far because I don't know whether it'll make it. But they're cool looking. Is Ron in the store? I mean, in the store. Is he in the green room?
I don't see him. I'll put another invite in. Do. There you go, Ron, if you want to jump on. Jump on. Here we go. Hey, Ron.
Hey, Ron.
Hello?
Hello.
Can y'all hear me?
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Loud and clear.
Hi. I didn't know if you could hear me or not.
Yeah.
Just wanted to say, Tara and them, they have some of their facts when it comes to RV motorhomes wrong. I know I personally have one, and I've given more for this RV or motorhome than a lot of people spend on their houses.
Mm-hmm.
And we have all the comforts of any home that you want to put out there.
Yeah, there's some nice ones. My parents had a 38 foot diesel pusher, and that thing even had a washer and dryer in it.
We have a 42-foot diesel pusher. It's got marble floors. It's got a washer dryer. It's got a walk-in shower, king size bed, 48-inch TV. Do I need to go on and tell you more about what it is? I mean, I hate when people get on and start making these assumptions. I understand we're an entertaining show and all, but there comes a time that if you're not really for sure of what, and I'm not saying they don't own one or have not had one or not ever, but when they categorize me and other people I know into a certain segment, it pisses the hell out of me. And,
Sorry, John.
say again.
Sorry.
Oh, it's not y'all. I mean, y'all, Tom, Tom was just asking questions, but it's like, it's, I don't know. I just am at the stage of my life. Fixing to celebrate 9 years of a heart transplant, a year and a half of a kidney transplant. And I'm just at the stage of my life that the trash talking's got to stop, people. You know, um, and the know-it-all attitudes. I'm sorry, I don't know Tara and her husband personally. This is nothing personal against them, but it's kind of like the whole community. It's like, well, yeah, I can take you a mile away from where I live and show you some of the trashiest RVs you ever wanted to see. I
Right.
don't see how the people live in them. But I also can look at ours and look at the ones that are around ours. And when you spend the type of money that we spend, and we're talking over 300, you're getting something that's just a little more nice, a little more luxurious. And I don't mean to use that word in a oh, look at me kind of
Right.
attitude, because that's not me. I mean, we have some other people on this channel that visit from time to time, other hosts, and it's all about, well, look what I've done, look how I've created this business. That's not me. I've had my day in the sun, and I'm an older person now that just enjoys it. My wife will get up and walk in and say, "Why are you listening to those guys again?" And I said, "Because I enjoy it. I mean, I enjoyed talking to y'all. I enjoy being able to." She doesn't understand. She goes off to school, i.e., like Tom's wife goes off to work, and she's around people. I'm not around people. The only person I'm around is my dog.
Right.
Unless I want to be around people, and then I can go be around people. So y'all are my entertainment. You're my social outcoming. And I just had to say that. Again, I know it's a day off. I tried to get on. I think it was either Thursday or Friday, but it couldn't get on for whatever reason. Tom and I's connection would not
Yeah.
control. But I just wanted to let people know that there are two sides to every story.
Right. Do
You
you
know.
remember? Do you remember the Provost motorhomes? Do they even still make them?
Oh, absolutely. They still make them, and I mean, you know the quality of a motorhome when we don't have a Provost.
Right.
I wish. But Provost, the quality of a motorhome when they make like 30, 40 a year. It's not like,
Sadie just sent me this picture of his boss's motorhome. So
yeah.
he's
Sadie knows what he's talking about.
he said this is 400,000.
Yeah, Sadie knows what he's talking about. I mean, they're ridiculously uh, priced. Don't get me wrong. I'll be the very first one to tell you. We bought ours when Carla retired the first time from teaching. We bought ours, and for 3 years, we did nothing but travel full time in it and had a ball. Went to all 48 states, had a ball.
Um,
And
back in back in the late '80s, a good friend of mine, excuse me, the early '80s, a good friend of mine, his grandparents had a Provost motorhome, and that thing was like $500,000 back then.
yeah, oh, they have when you get in, I mean, you do. If you don't think of the wall that's on the right of you and the wall that's on the left of you when you get in, and you're looking kind of like straight ahead toward the kitchen, you think you're in a regular home. I mean, it's amazing. For a long time, we lived in ours even after we quit traveling, and I used, my question to Carla was, when do you want to? When are we getting home? When do we want to get home? Oh, I like my motorhome. It's so easy to upkeep and everything.
Right.
And I mean, like I said, we have all the conveniences in it now. We don't use it as much, but we have all the conveniences that we would in any stick and brick home.
Right.
And it costs as much to upkeep it as any stick and brick home. In fact, when you use the word motorhome, most retailers add a couple zeros to whatever parts you need
Yeah.
because they figure, and especially when they find the brand of motorhome that you have, start they start looking and it's like, oh, okay. I mean, my motorhome has all the cabinets are maple. They're solid maple. You go into a motorhome now that cost $300,000, and you can sit on the couch and see the cabinet above you, and you can literally put your hand on it and move the cabinet above you because it's made of nothing but plywood.
Right.
The bottom, mine is solid wood, and it's built like a brick shit house. And sometimes I think it is. Sometimes, if the tree was accidentally fallen and crush it, geez, I guess I could get a couple things out of it I need.
Right.
But at the same time, I wouldn't give you 100,000 for it. I love it. We love it. It's a freedom that unless you've done it if you like traveling, if you have one and you go out and you travel. We've traveled everywhere from sleeping in a Walmart parking lot because we're just overnighting on the way to somewhere to being at a RV resort that you have your own private swimming pool.
Right.
So you can spend nothing to camp, or you can spend $200-300 a night. It's all how you want to.
Or you can pull it into the middle of a damn field someplace and
That's right,
put,
exactly.
put your
Mine
tents
all
down.
has all generators and all. The only time that you really know that you got a money eating machine, if things are going right,
Yeah.
is when you pull to the pump and you put the diesel in. I have a 175 gallon tank, and at the price of diesel, it's a hit, but that's all right. It also will last me 1,000, 1,200 miles.
So
I pulled into a QT.
Ron 24K asked if it has a bidet.
Actually, yes, we did install one.
There you go.
I pulled into a QT and was getting some gas, and they have really tall canopies over their gas pumps, so you can, RVs and stuff like that can go into it. And this guy pulled up in a big, I don't know what brand it was, but it was one of the big, huge ones. And he was pumping gas, and I finished pumping gas. I said, I don't want to be nosy, but I'm just curious. How much does it cost to fill this thing up? He said, if I fill up both tanks, it's gonna cost me about $1,500, and that was when gas was real expensive. $1,500 to fill that sucker up.
Yeah, diesel around here is around 320
Uh,
or less. You can get it less in some
yeah,
places. And if we were to run toward empty right now and I go fill it up, I'm looking at 5 to 600, 4 to 6 in that range, depending.
but you get some good mileage out of it.
Oh yeah, I mean we get. I personally get about 10.5 miles a gallon, and there's a lot of trucks, diesel trucks that don't get 10.5 miles a gallon. But again, yeah, it's just how you. Again, I didn't not trying to bash Tar and them. I enjoy them when they come on, but it was just a subject, I guess,
Right.
or maybe I was in a bad mood at the same time, and um, you want to start bashing people, start bashing the auto mechanics. I just had to take our. We have a 2016. My wife has a 2016 Subaru Outback that the transmission, a part in the transmission went out, and they want to replace the entire freaking transmission to replace this one part on the tune of about four to $6,000.
Mm.
My Outlook has a new transmission in it, and that's the third transmission that's been put in it. But I only put the last one in. Uh, it was a GM. It was a GM defect.
Yeah,
All the vehicles in that class, whether it's General Motors or Chevrolet or Saturn, they all had problems with the transmissions, and people were having to replace the transmissions at 40,000 miles. And they just kept letting it roll, which they got rid of that transmission and replaced it with another one. But they it's crazy, and I put the transmission in it because it was like $2,500 to have a transmission put in it, or $40,000 to replace that class of vehicle. So I'll just drive it, which my son drives it now. I don't even have it. But Subarus are taking a hit right now, I believe, with some issues they're having.
yeah. I mean, we've been very lucky, so
I
so
thought
I
Subaru
understand.
was like one of the most reliable.
Yeah, no, it's been this last year. There's been some issue talk on the news about they're having problems with something. I don't
Well,
know
I
what
think
it is.
I think a lot of that, Tom, is the newer Subarus.
Well,
I
that's what
mean, the older. When I say older, I'm talking 2019 on down, or maybe 2020 even on down, seem to be more reliable. It's now the crap that we put in. And 24K, I just saw your comment about tires. Yeah, the pain of putting the tires on a motorhome is unbelievable.
Yeah,
I mean, it's like when you go to get something done on it. Uh, you you call your bank first to see a if you qualified for that loan, and two is how much money. And and my lovely wife being a teacher retirement, and thank goodness I have income coming in. But it's like, how much is it going to cost this time? And when they came down and said, we have the price quote for all the tires for a brand new tires, because I did not realize, but you know that you can only run a tire, or a truck tire is only good, quote unquote, for 7 years, and then they go into dry rot.
yeah.
I mean, I guess I'm naive when, I can take a computer apart to a chip level, but don't ask me to do anything to an engine of a vehicle.
Well, I
My
got
Uh,
an old flatbed trailer. I get 10 years out of it, but I hardly ever use it. So,
my mom's car, back when my mom, it's been years ago. My mom, she literally drove her car to church, to the grocery store to get her hair done, maybe some shopping. Otherwise, my dad was driving, and they were driving his Ford pickup truck, which it was always one of the top of the line. But the joke around the house is that we always had to have a vehicle. One of his trucks always had, or my mom always had to have a car that had the same size tires as those Ford trucks did, because they would have they would take my mom's car in and a truck in, and they would take the tires off my mom's car and put it on the truck because they would dry rot, because she would never. There was times that my mom had tires for 4 years, and the little rubber nipple looking things, like when they're molding it, is still on it, would still be on it. And so she got new tires about every couple of years, just because my dad would take them off and put them on a different vehicle. And then she got the Honda, and nothing fits a Honda tire. So
Well, when we had to replace the tires, we replaced the tires on here. The bus takes 10 tires. And when the guy came up and said, okay, it'll be 58, and I think it was 58.75 to do all 10 tires, it just,
wait,
you
wait a
just
minute,
kind of,
$5,800.
yes, $5,875 to do all 10 tires and to have them
Wow.
balanced and installed. And naturally, they run on, I mean, I know Mr. Sadie's going to crucify me for this, but they run on nitrogen. So, you have to put the nitrogen back in them. And yeah, it was, you just budget for stuff like that.
Right.
You have your budget, your monthly budget, and $50 a month goes into your RV repair fund, whether you use it or not. Knowing that when you do use it, the odd thing is, and then I'll get off and shut up and listen to y'all for the rest. Don't mean to dominate, but the odd thing is, I can go to an RV service for parts, and let's say part ABC is $29.30 for my car. I can go to an RV place, and that ABC is $210. I can go to a marine outlet for a boat, and they use much of the same parts as my RV does, and it'll be $43. It's just a matter of fact that, it's like what I'm trying to say in a nutshell is when you put the word RV and motorhome together, people automatically say, well, he's got money. He can spend X amount of dollars. Well, no, we do have a budget.
Uh, I saw 24K's talking about his Maserati, and then he said something about a Ferrari. I was going down the road. Roberta and I were together, and this Porsche Boxer convertible went by, and I thought that is a nice car. I want one of those. And Roberta said, "What would you do with it? You couldn't even get out of it once you got into it because it's just so low to the ground." But that was a pretty car. But yeah, uh, you know, you buy a boat, an RV, a motorcycle, any of that kind of stuff. It's not a primary vehicle. They feel like they can get some extra money out of you.
And the sad part about it all is if you drive it, they all crash, they all burn, they all break down. It
Yeah.
doesn't matter what the brand or what the item is. They all do those three things. It's just a matter of how many times. We've been very fortunate. We've had very good luck with ours. But I've known people that bought theirs and drove it less than 50 miles and the transmission went out of a
Right.
brand new RV.
Um, do you have a tow car?
Yes.
My oldest son um, is driving my mom, my mother gave it to him. It's their Honda CRV that they
Yeah,
used as
okay.
as a tow car behind their RV, and it's got the special transmission in it for
Yeah.
towing. It had 70,000 miles on it when he got it, and probably only 20,000 of it was actual driving miles. The rest of it was towing miles.
I'll be.
So
Well, at least he's enjoying it.
yeah, I said, you need to make sure you're saving money because you're probably going to have to get you another vehicle. And he's like, well, when Greta, that's what my mom always called it. When Greta quits running, then I'll think about it.
But
But
yeah, I don't
there,
know. And speaking of towing, I don't know if you can tow any of these brand new electric cars behind motorhomes and stuff.
I don't know.
I
I
mean,
guess
that.
you'd have to put it up on a trailer, which is going to just destroy your gas mileage even more. But
Well, actually, Tom, actually, we bought a trailer to tow our car behind,
right,
and it didn't really crush the gas mileage. It probably took it from 10.8 to 10.1 a miles per gallon.
right,
It didn't crush it really bad, but I needed the extra room because I've got what good Texan doesn't have a barbecue pit?
right,
I had to have my barbecue pit. No
right.
matter where I go, I have to have that. And so we got it for the extra room.
Yeah, there is a YouTube channel where these people have they have a really nice RV. I don't know what the brand of it is, but it's one of the big ones. And they've got a matching trailer that they pull behind it. And the total length from the nose of the RV to the back of the trailer is the maximum that a person can have without a CDL.
Yeah.
Anyway, in the back, the trailer is a spot for their car, and they've got like a Mini Cooper or something like that in it. But there's stairs up in the front of it, like you'd open up the door like you're going into a camper, and there's stairs, and it takes you up to a bedroom above the car. So
Wow.
it's their guest bedroom.
Well, mine is not an enclosed trailer, so I haven't got there yet. I figure on my 10th year anniversary of my transplant, then I'll start looking at something like that. Because I've got to get my lovely wife decided. What, it's now been 10 yeah, it's been 11 years. She decided 11 years ago to unretire and go back to teaching.
Boy, she's sucker.
And yeah,
I'm
and
sorry.
so she turns 74 this year. And she has informed me that she wants to teach until she's 75.
Oh, you're gone, Ron.
Well, I got to get out of here, Todd. Sorry, it went from the reselling show to the RV
show.
automobile show.
Oh,
And
that's all right.
Lag says his name is Greta. So that goes back to he's the 45-year-old mother of 3.
Greta Lag.
Anyway, are you going to barbecue or something this afternoon to celebrate this holiday?
We had our Father's Day cookout yesterday.
Yeah, but that was Father's Day. This is a
Well,
different
we
one.
still got leftover everything nearly. Gwen made a big old pot of green beans and a what do you call that, twisted macaroni salad, and
Yeah.
Baked potatoes. I gained 4 pounds this weekend.
Dang. I don't even want to hear, because we went off our diet because of, well, we started off Friday morning after I got released from the doctor because we were celebrating. We went out for a big breakfast, and we're getting back on our diet today. but we just didn't stick to it much over the weekend.
Yeah, Ron, anytime.
It we got to get back on it today, which I've already got us back on it. I guess she's agreement with me, but anyhow, I got to get out of here. She's getting ready to get on a call. We're past our time.
All right. Bye, Roberta.
Todd said bye. So anyway, y'all have a great day. See you later,
Oh,
Todd.
Ron. Dang, Ron's almost as old as I am. I'm only 6 months older than Ron.
Dang.
Sheesh.
All right.
Happy birthday, Ron. I would sing to you, but Tom won't let me sing anymore.
It's your show. You do whatever you want to.
Oh, you don't like my singing, so
if you want to do it naked, like the guy came on Sally's show, you just go right ahead.
Nah.
All right.
My junk ain't that pretty.
Well, all we see is your hand anyway. So anyway, you guys have a great day. Thanks, Todd.
You bet.
Bye.
Happy birthday, Ron. We'll see y'all tomorrow on Tom's channel. If he starts on time.
Yeah, I will.
Bye.